Good evening, everybody. This is Ted Hearn. It's June 1st. I'm looking at the gold market. Tremendous up day in the gold, some $60 of upward move in the gold market. That's $6,000 for those of you who were long, which we weren't, unfortunately. But now this is a major exhaust to the upside, and so I'm interested in the exhaust play. And I just want to suggest these would be kind of big risk factors for those who are not well capitalized, and so it's kind of a dangerous market. But this is the kind of range we're interested in for tomorrow's market, to see a little more to the upside. And this close is deceptive because if you look at the intraday close, it really closed up in here. A little more to the upside, somewhere between here and here. Would be the upside limits, and then the downside would be certainly the 6.5 envelope top up here would be the place where we expect to see the downside. Now, why do we think that there might be some retracement to the downside back down into this area, so that in the next week we might see this range? Well, we see the quarterly PL dot, and if that's live quarterly PL dot, we see it turning down, right? And we see that the drive upward took us pretty much to where the monthly envelope top is, or the monthly PL dot is, right? So it should be right here. So we might see that move complete and then back down here and then back up again. So that's sort of like the idea for this bonus trade. It's not a trade that I can guarantee will happen, but it's interesting. Okay, hang on, let me look at something else. This is the E-mini market, and it was a big down day on Friday, but I'm looking for this to continue, actually. We might see some retracement up into here, but down to here. But look at our target here has not yet been reached. The target really is the quarterly PL dot on the monthly chart. So we've got more to the downside here. And if you look at the way the hourly and the 4-hour chart closed, very, very strong down movement, and no indication whatsoever that this is over. So I think that we might be seeing more to the downside here. So let me look at something else. This is the crude oil market, and I just want to draw to your attention to how close this is to the crude oil is currently to the yearly envelope bottom. Now, we're not seeing much evidence of a turnaround just yet, but I'm seeing here's the yearly chart close to the yearly envelope bottom. The quarterly chart at the quarterly envelope bottom, below it, in support at the yearly bottom, and in the monthly chart we're seeing an exhaust developing with a little bit of a bounce off the bottom. So to me, this crude chart is kind of interesting, and I just want to keep our eyes on it and draw your attention to it. And finally, this long-term chart of the U.S. Treasury market. It's a pretty interesting chart. Of interest to me is this quarterly situation right here, coming up to a quarterly 5.9 down at 153.29. Where will this chart stop? Well, who knows? Certainly on a yearly chart at 161, at 156. These are interesting numbers. At the moment, it would look like an exhaust is forming, right? But we're just at the top of this monthly resistance, and we're not seeing one bit of slowdown on the daily or hourly chart. The close was very, very strong today, so I'm a little afraid to take a counter trend position on bonds just right at the moment because it's looking very strong. Okay, that's it for now. I'm at the end of my rope here on movies, so I'll talk to you very soon.